Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Doug is actually in the other room at the moment. He is talking with his mom. So I'm just setting up my little space here and getting things going. I hope you're all doing okay. Let me just go ahead and open this up here. And let's see. There we go. And hopefully everything will work just fine. Hello, Todd. Hello, Dougie. Tangled in the Magic Mar in Memphis. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you for being here. It is wonderful that you're all here. I am just getting things set up here. Apologies. I thought Doug was going to be here, but he is actually on the phone with his parents at the moment. He hasn't really heard from them for the last few days, so he's just touching bases with them, seeing how things are going. At Martine Watts. Welcome, Alyssa. Great to have you here. T. Marie, welcome to the stream. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Pam's fam, hello there. Thank you so much for joining. It is March 28th. I saw that. I think it's 272 days until Christmas. So sometimes it's a little too early to talk about that. I don't know. For me, I do enjoy doing that. Hey, Todd, you just talked to your mom too. Cool. Samantha, welcome. I shall be the backup, Doug, until he returns. Dougie, that sounds like a great idea. Everyone, check out Waltograms. See, he's here in the stream. He was going to be actually on our show tomorrow. We're doing a special edition of PTV Live tomorrow afternoon. For us, it's going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and I believe it's 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So with all that in mind, it is going to be a wonderful time of entertainment. When I mention Greenwich, I'm serious. It's the UK edition. Dougie is going to be on our show. I am so excited about it. We're also going to be joined by Nathan Staker as well as Paul, maybe Cheryl, that UK Disney couple. They're also in the UK, of course. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, Dougie, definitely going to be a lot of fun. Sipping the PTV tea. Thank you, Mar. Oh my goodness. This is, it's been a great day. I was actually on a stream earlier today. Yes, indeed. Dougie, Nathan and Cheryl are lovely. They really are. I was on with Nathan and Cheryl, as well as a couple of other Disney YouTubers from the UK. It was delightful fun this afternoon. Paul was the consummate host to me and was definitely getting Dougie's goat. But I will say this. Dougie was more than professional. Dougie was actually very professional about the whole thing. Did a very good job with it. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. Speaking of Nathan Staker, there's Nathan now. And look at that. There's Paul. Hello, Paul. Hello, Nathan. Hello, Dougie. I am looking so forward to speaking with you tomorrow on PTV Live. We're calling it the UK edition. You'll see that thumbnail posted very soon. I'll be doing that right after I finish with the Daily Dose today. And I'm actually going to throw in the Daily Dose with tomorrow's live broadcast of PTV Live. So we'll be discussing some Disney facts at that point during the show. But we're also going to get to know each other a little better than we know each other already. And that'll give you, my village, an opportunity to meet these wonderful YouTubers as well from across the pond. It is delightful that we've been able to make connections. I'm just so excited about it and really looking forward to that show. And we've all had a chat and promised to behave. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Hello, Judy. Hello, Carlos. Welcome to the stream. Rachel, thank you for being here. She says hi. Hello, Rachel. i.e. Paul has been told to wind his neck in. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, then we'll go ahead and have some fun with that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get started with facts of the Disney universe. This is for March 28th, 2020. It's time for your daily dose of Disney. On this day in 1953, you know, everyone, if you've been watching the Daily Dose on a regular basis, you know I'm a big fan of Goofy. His cartoons. I actually want to sit down and watch the entire collection that I have on DVD of Goofy cartoons, because he just really makes me laugh. It makes me laugh hard. On this day, they released a Goofy short called Father's Day Off. Goofy's wife left Goofy at home alone to tend to all the household chores. And of course, with Goofy, anything that could go possibly wrong does. Just Murphy's Law in Goofy's life. That's just the way Goofy is. 1958, I posted a thumbnail advertising this stream, as well as I put it on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you have not followed us there, we are on Pepper Tree Villa on all those social media platforms. So give us a follow. On this day, though, at Disneyland, the Disneyland Railroad welcomed their third engine to the fleet. They had the CK Holiday, they had the Ernest Marsh, and now on this day, they have the Fred S. Gurley. Fred S. Gurley was president of the Santa Fe Railroad. Santa Fe Railroad was the original sponsor of the Disneyland Railroad. So it was the Santa Fe and Disneyland Railroad when it first opened in 1955. And they named the engines at Disneyland after the presidents of the Santa Fe Railroad. So that's why you have CK Holiday and you have Ernest Marsh, and on this one, Fred Gurley. The only one that doesn't fall into that naming convention is the fifth engine that is part of the fleet, and that is Ward Kimball. Of course, he was one of the original 9 old men at the Disney Studios. So he also had a very big love of trains, and he and Walt used to spend a lot of time talking about trains and actually playing with life-size trains. So much so, Walt had a railroad in his backyard called the Carrollwood Pacific. Went all over the property. I don't think Lillian was too happy about that, but she put up with it. Hello, look at that. The Orlando guy just joined the stream. Richard, welcome. And he says, I've just put the final touches on the intro to my next episode, taking a bit longer to edit, but I think the results are better than I expected. See it on Twitter. I've actually checked it out on Twitter already. If you have not yet, Richard is one of our support channels. Please go check out Richard at the Orlando guy. He does excellent quality videos, very much documentary based. In fact, I would consider his channel not really a channel, more like a show, the Orlando Guy show, and he has various episodes on his show. So that's how I would qualify the Orlando Guy. He does great documentaries on his show, so it's fantastic. Richard, good job. Anyway, let's get back to this fact. In 1958, Fred Gurley was engine number 3 on the railroad. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my little teleprompter here to the side. So it joined the fleet on this day in 1958, and it was originally built in 1894 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works, and it was originally in service in New Orleans. It served a New Orleans plantation to haul sugarcane in the late 1800s and early 1900s. So very interesting way. Donna Jaworski, welcome to the stream. Yes, okay, I am seeing Cynthia here. We will talk about that. Today's the last day for the contest. We will mention that at the end of the stream. Definitely, everyone, say thank you to Cynthia, Candy Mom 15, for her support of our channel as well. 1978, Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom was visited by a lot of people on this day. The Magic Kingdom usually maxes out at about 50,000 guests, but on this day, they had 85,123 guests in the Magic Kingdom. Think about that. 1978, that was even before Thunder Mountain and Splash Mountain. Capacity is not nearly what it is now. Let's face it. They have more attractions now than they did then. But man, in 1978, 85,000 plus in the park. That is elbows to armpits. That's really, really crowded. On this day also, 1987, let's move forward. This happened at the Glendale Galleria in Southern California. If you're not familiar with the Glendale Galleria, Doug, Ben, and I have been there. There are many, many stores, lots of exclusive boutiques. It's a high-end mall, and Disney chose this mall probably because of its proximity to the station and also Imagineering in Glendale. Oh, Dougie, you liked the year 87. Could that possibly be your birth year? We'll find out. Anyway, 1987, the Disney store opened on this day at the Glendale Galleria. So yeah, that's significant. They chose the Glendale Galleria to open the first Disney store. And the second one. And oh, Jennifer Lovey, welcome to the stream. And look at that. Jennifer won a car at Disneyland in 1986. That was probably given by the gift giver extraordinaire at the front gate when they were doing their 30th anniversary, and it spilled over into 86 for Disneyland. Jennifer, congratulations. I didn't realize you'd won a car. That's fantastic. So anyway, it was the first retail store owned by Disney outside of the parks. So that was a significant move. The second one opened shortly thereafter. It opened at Pier 39 in San Francisco. So I was able to visit the Disney store very early in its lifespan. In fact, I believe I went in 87 or 88 to the Disney store for the first time. So that was significant. So a very small location in San Francisco, but man, it was wonderful. Oh, yeah. Okay. Richard, you forgot all about the gift giver promo. Excellent memory, Arnie. Thank you. Thank you so much. The gift giver extraordinaire, for those of you that have never heard of this, Michael Eisner made it an edict to increase the crowds at Disneyland. So to do so, they did a promotion for the 30th anniversary. They started giving away prizes. Every 30th person through the gate won a prize at Disneyland. It could be something as simple as a ticket into the park. It could have been well, a car for one thing. They were giving away lots of different prizes, plush toys, things like that. Oh, and it was a Firebird, and Mickey Mouse handed the keys. Oh, Jennifer, that's exciting. I hope you have a picture sometime. If you do, send me a picture. I'd love to share that with my village here. Anyway, about the gift giver extraordinaire. They had this kind of machine, kind of like a calliope out front of Disneyland, and it played music. It was very, very ostentatious. You saw these giant gears that moved like it was a machine, but they were in the shape of Mickey Mouse ears. So when you came up, you saw that. You also saw the number of guests going through the park. It was a constant rolling number that they showed of the guests coming into the park that day. So the Imagineers at Disney were frustrated with these kinds of promotions because it went on year after year. And then they took the hub inside Disneyland, inside the center of Disneyland, to do like a podium kind of thing, a giant stage. And right in the middle of the stage, you would climb up some stairs, and then the person that won a car, actually a car would rise up from underneath the stage and show up there. And that was in the center of the park. This was before the partner statue was in place. In fact, as the saying goes, what I have done in my research in the past, that is why the partner statue is put there in the center of the park, and that is to prevent any other kind of promotional materials or stages being built there in the center of the park again, because the Imagineers really felt that that was tacky and gaudy, and they weren't wrong. They were not wrong. So it's a good thing that they were able to get rid of the kind of promotions, because truthfully, now Disney doesn't need that kind of promotion anymore. They just don't. The people flock. We'll see what happens in the next coming months, what happens with that. Anyway, let's get back on track here. Sorry about that. Just a little story that I do enjoy history here at PTV. I just love the history. Let me scroll down here just a bit. I've got to get my notes in front of me, and there we go. Okay. So 1987 was the first Disney store. In 1990, a store opened next to one of the Disney stores in another mall in Southern California. This was Montclair Mall specifically. And it wasn't really a store as much as it was a restaurant. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you are absolutely right. It did work. It was a fantastic promotion. It did get a lot of people in the gates at Disneyland. That is very true. And, oh, thank you, Cynthia. I'm glad you like the extra facts. Okay, so 1990. It wasn't a store, really. It was more a restaurant. It was called Mickey's Kitchen. It was a kitchen that opened next to the Disney store at the Montclair Mall in Southern California. Now, this mall, I've never been to. I've been to Glendale Galleria, but I've never been to Montclair Mall, so I don't know exactly what the space was like where the Disney store was. But the Mickey's Kitchen opened right next to Disney store. And when it opened, it was designed to accompany the store and to drive more traffic to the store itself. It was the first of 2 test locations for a restaurant outside any Disney resort. So it was called Mickey's Kitchen. Menu items included Goofy's Burger, the supercalifragil, let me try that again. The supercalifragil chicken salad, salads in Wonderland, soupity doodah, and fries that were shaped like Disney characters, Pinocchio's pizza, and they even had Mickey's meatless burger, which would have been perfect for Jim of More Sunshine Please, since he is going vegetarian these days. Now, a second location was opened in Illinois at a place called Woodfield Mall, and that happened in 1991. But because of food courts, because of established restaurants in shopping malls, those 2 locations did not fare well. It failed to attract the crowds that Disney really wanted in order to get a foothold in those locations. So in March of 92, they shuttered both locations. They were gone. Hello, Queen Harriet. You'd never heard of this? Oh, yeah. I remember seeing this when I was I was really big into Disney starting in the late 80s. That's when I really started my fascination with knowing all the facts and figures about everything. And this one in particular, the restaurant, I'd always wanted to go, but I could never get down there to do it. So unfortunately, never got to Mickey's Kitchen. Oh, well, 30 years. That was 30 years ago. Man. So let's move forward 10 years. 2000, Disney officials lifted a ban. Now, what kind of ban would Disney officials lift? Now, this was 20 years ago. Employees, men specifically here. Men were finally able to wear mustaches at Disneyland. This was against everything that had been put into place in the 50s. Walt himself came up with the no facial hair rule. And he had a very specific reason for that. It was because he wanted to avoid the atmosphere of the regular carnival. The carnivals in that time period were rather tacky, and they were crowded and dirty. And some of the carnies, as they were called, the people that ran the carnivals, were a little unsavory. So Walt wanted it a clean shaven look. Like right now, I'm a little fuzzy right now. I've got after 5 o'clock shadow kind of thing going. I've got to shave. But this kind of thing was frowned upon. You could not have any kind of facial hair at Disneyland until 2000. At that point, mustaches were allowed. They've since relaxed it even further, where men are able to wear beards as well. So you can see everything, a beard, mustache, no problem. And I believe it's the same way in Florida, especially with atmosphere characters like those that you find in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. They really want to lend. Mar, you are right about that. Here, let me go ahead and put that in there. Carnies tend to be seedy characters. Yeah, a little unsavory, I guess you could say. So that was that rule had been put into place by Walt himself in 1957. I'm not sure why the delay of almost 2 years, but at that point, Walt said no facial hair. 2002. Now, this one in particular touches on a friend of mine that lives in Florida. He does a nightly stream on Twitch, and he's right now been playing Kingdom Hearts. He's been having a lot of fun with it. But This day, Kingdom Hearts premiered for the first time. It was available, let's see, from Disney Interactive and Square Enix. They did a collaboration to get it done. And the series centers around the main character of Sora. So those of you that are not familiar with Kingdom Hearts, I was surprised by how dark the tone of the whole game is. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts premiered on this day in 2002. So a lot of fun. And then let's go over to Asia. For this one, we're talking about Hong Kong Disneyland, 2008. On this day in 2008, Hong Kong announced the countdown to the launch of their more recent attraction they were adding, because it was going to open on April 28th, 2008. It's a Small World. It's a Small World was going to open at Hong Kong Disneyland on this, so a month from today. So they started a countdown clock to announce It's a Small World. Oh, Candy Mom, you play Heyday? Yeah, I've played Heyday before. I got it. Just a side note, I got it to about level 155, and then kind of fell off. Anyway, Small World, 2008 opened on this. They were announced the opening this day with a countdown clock. Then let's also go 2008 to Epcot. On this day, not that it was tremendously tragic, but on this day, a circuit breaker broke at a trip at Epcot Center. So Epcot had some rides closed down temporarily because of a power failure due to the circuit breaker tripping like that. And then finally on this day, 2012, Disney stores celebrated their 25th anniversary at stores nationwide. Now this is something I wish I had. Timothy Rainwaters, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. I wish I had this. I don't, but let me see if I can put this camera up a bit. And if you look up on top of the shelves there, here in the office, you see some of my mouse ear collection. That's just part of it. So part of that collection is there on display. The thing is that I don't have room up there for everything that I have in my collection. I have about 50, 60 pairs of mouse ears. And this is a pair of mouse ears I wish I had, because on this day in 2012, the Disney Store nationwide in America gave away to the first 250 guests at each location a pair of silver commemorative Mickey Mouse ears. So I don't have that in my collection. I really wish I did. I do have a pair of silver mouse ears up there. Those are specifically from the Year of a Million Dreams that they did at Disney Parks several years ago. That was a promotion that Doug referred to as the Year of a Million Churros. That's because they did give away, just trinkets and things like that. And they said that they're going to give away 1 million dreams. I don't really consider a churro a dream come true, or a pin a dream come true. But, a Year of a Million Dreams, they had to call it something. Now, a dream was what they did give away. And that, for a lot of people that were lucky enough to get it, they gave away a day in the Cinderella suite at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, and at Disneyland, they gave away a stay at the Dream Suite above Pirates of the Caribbean, the former location of the Disney Gallery, which had originally been Walt and Lillian Disney's apartment that was going to be there. And Richard says, I hate the churro. You can mark the fall of Disney to the introduction of the churro. The churro was introduced during the time of Videopolis in the 80s. They were looking for something that they could do. I'm not really a big fan of churros, but Disneyland does do a lot of different flavors. So, well, hey, moderators, you with the blue branches, you know who you are. Thank you so much for what you do for our stream. And for our support channels, we have Two Real Geeks, Rob Fuzz, More Sunshine Please, the Orlando guy, and D&G Explorers. And Richard, the Orlando guy, has been here. Richard, thank you so much for your help. If you have not yet checked it out, please go check out Ben's video from this week. It's a continuing series of Life with Ben. And in this case, he does the third in his trilogy of a spicy chicken sandwich challenge. So go check it out. And Richard helped us out with some of the graphics in that video. So Richard, again, thank you so much for what you do for us. We really appreciate that. Now, one more thing. True free is a good thing. Cynthia is doing a very nice thing for us, and that is that there is a contest that is ending tomorrow. Go back again to Ben's video where he takes us to Nations. It's a local burger joint here in the Bay Area in Northern California. In some cases, they serve breakfast. Well, in the morning. We had breakfast at Nations with Ben, and in this video, Ben mentions a contest where Cynthia is helping us out by providing a piece of PTV swag. So go check out Ben's video and leave a comment. You'll understand the explanation of what that means when you watch the video. So go enter the PTV swag contest by watching that video there. That video that Donna just dropped the link for. Donna, thank you so much. Yeah, pay attention, watch that link, and you'll see the contest. So everyone, thank you so much for this. I also want to mention that I will be posting a link on Twitter and on Facebook a little later, probably right after this stream. It's going to be the edition of the PTV Live, the UK edition, that is going to be tomorrow afternoon for us here in the States, and in the evening in the UK. Greenwich Mean Time, I believe, is 9 p.m. It's also going to be on at 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific. So we will be live with our friends from the UK. That, of course, is that UK Disney couple, Nathan Staker and Walto Graham's Dougie himself will be part of that stream as well. And I am so excited to talk to all three of the channels. It's going to be loads of fun. In the meantime, everyone, I guess that is about it for now. Hey, I have some real ugly guests. Well, only one, it's me. Dougie. You're not ugly. You are not. You are absolutely charming. Absolutely. So, Nathan, I'm looking forward to it as well. And so, yes, each of them has a wonderful channel. So if you have not yet checked them out, please check out our UK friends, Walto Graham's, Nathan Staker, and that UK Disney couple. They do some wonderful, wonderful content in the Disney world. Mike Wheeler, hello there. Thank you for being here. Everyone, thank you so much for this time that we've spent together. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed this stream, and I'm looking forward to doing it again tomorrow. But tomorrow it's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time for PTV Live, the UK edition. Everyone, have a magical evening. So I will see you all tomorrow. In the meantime, everyone, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. See you tomorrow for PTV Live, the UK edition. Bye, everyone.